karma mob of illegals stormed Chuck Schumer's New York home with nasty surprise he never saw coming. This could not have happened to a better guy, by Matthew DePerry for VeteranAF.com. Chuck Schumer and his liberal cohorts for years have pandered to minorities and fanned the flames of division with their manufactured race war. They have done their best to divide the country and went as far as to shut the government down over illegal immigrants flooding into our country. If little Chucky Schumer thought these dreamers would be pleased with his actions in shutting the government down, he would be sorely mistaken, and learned that the hard way after a group of illegals stormed his home. Democrats always seem to think that their pandering towards minorities will ensure their votes, but that is not always the case. Schumer thought that his actions over the past weekend involving the government shutdown would ensure minorities would love him even more. But it turned out that illegal aliens were even more furious after Democrats caved and negotiated to restore government operations. He must have been completely blown away when he saw dozens of illegals demanding change in legislation involving dreamers. According to Breitbart, dozens of illegal aliens surrounded Senate Minority Leader Chuck Schumer's home in New York on Tuesday, demanding that Congress pass legislation immediately to give millions of people in the United States illegally amnesty and a pathway to citizenship. We want a clean Dream Act, the crowd chanted. When do we want it? They chanted. Now, they chanted. The so-called dreamers, some of who are recipients of President Barack Obama's Deferred Action for Childhood Arrivals, or DACA, and potentially as many as 3.6 million illegals in all, were reaching to the Senate vote on Monday to pass a continuing resolution funding the government until February 8th that did not include any immigration amendments. The crowd chanted in Spanish and English to Schumer, "If he won't let us dream, we won't let him sleep." If Chuck won't let us dream, we won't let him sleep. Powerful chorus at Chuck Schumer's house, demanding a clean hashtag Dream Act now. United we dream. At Make the Road New York. Such loveliness. Listen to that. Oh, too bad. Come on. Yeah.
Chuck won't let us dream, we won't let him sleep. If Chuck won't let us dream, we won't let him sleep. If Chuck won't...
You know, and you're talking now like Midtown Manhattan, one of like the top neighborhoods. I can't help it. Yeah. The group that organized the protest in New York and on Capitol Hill, United We Dream, is funded by a slew of social justice and open borders organizations, including George Soros' Open Society Foundation. Why don't they start doing that by George Soros' building over there to the sun? United We Dream's website announcing the New York protest reveals the group's agenda. Our community is outraged by the Senate vote to pass a temporary budget deal with no solution for dreamers. I can tell you right now it ain't going to go through. Instead of holding firm for dreamers, Senator Schumer and most Senate Democrats backed down from their commitment to stand up for our communities. Join us outside Senator Schumer's house to remind him our lives are on the line, Chuck. We need a clean Dream Act now, not in 3 weeks. Now, 122 dreamers will continue to lose their status every day, potentially losing their jobs and being put at risk of deportation. Congress can't continue to push the lives of 800,000 youth and their families aside. Dreamers are tired of empty promises and need a legislative solution now. It is past time for Senator Schumer to use his political power in Congress as the minority leader and finally bring home a clean #Dream Act now for undocumented youth without compromising the future of their families by funding a racist wall and increased border security measures that only tear families apart. Well, I got a great idea. Why don't we just ship you back to your family and you won't be torn apart at all? United We Dream also tweeted their demands. We are not politicians, we are not activists, and it's our job to demand action. Not here, you don't have any authority to demand anything. The #Dreamers who are going to lose their status are going to play a short game with disastrous consequences. We will call Senator Schumer every day. The Dream Act now, the tweet said. Our organizer Patricia says we will not stop until we have a clean Dream Act because we are all immigrants. The tweet read, no, you're not. Other immigrants came here legally back in the day, not like this. This is unheard of. Although the media speculated that Republicans might not have the 51 votes needed to pass the CR with the DACA provision, the final vote was 81 to 18. Illegal aliens are also stormed the offices of senators today protesting the votes. When will Dreamers learn that these people will never be satisfied and will always want more? Chuck Schumer thought he was gaining more allies with his latest stunt in the Senate chambers, but as you can see, it has only angered illegals even more who are demanding the same rights as lawful American citizens. That's what's taking place here. They're demanding the same rights as American citizens. Why don't they get the ICE to just round them up now since they're illegal and ship them out? It would be much easier. They're all there chanting. But you know what? I'd leave them there for a couple of days. It's time to stop pandering to illegal immigrants and put our citizens first. Yeah, it's about time. When will the madness end? Share this story and spread the word. And remember when Nancy Pelosi was almost attacked by the illegals when she said something at a town hall of some kind? And they actually, she couldn't even get a word in edgewise. They spoke all over her. They were protesting at the same time. She got a little flustered. She tried to yell, and then they got up in her face, Well, that's what you get. This is what you want to let into the country? I mean, really? Go home. That's what I would tell them. You're better off. You don't belong in this like this. No. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below. And again, thank you so much for watching.